Hi everybody, welcome to our section 6.1 video lecture on ratios. So first off, what is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison between two values. Okay. These ratios can be written in words or as a fraction. So the first thing we're going to do is just go from words to a fraction, and we are going to answer as a simplified fraction. So my first one says $20.25 to $110.50. So when you're writing it as a ratio, the first one will go up top on your numerator. So we're going to have $20.25 over $110.50. And then we need to write these as a simplified fraction. My advice to you is let's go ahead and work on that decimal first. So technically what we're doing, because there's two decimal places, is we're multiplying by 100 in the numerator and denominator. And what that's going to do is move your decimal place over two spots in the numerator and the denominator. So then we can simplify our decimals first. So then that'll be 20.25 over 110.50. Then what I notice is a 25 and a 50, they're both going to be divisible by 25. So how about we start there and see how that goes. So 20.25 divided by 25 is 81, and 110.50 divided by 25 is 442. And let's see, 81 is divisible by 3 and 9. Let's see, is 442 divisible by 3? It's not. So I believe we are done. There's a simplified fraction. It would be 81 or 42. Let's do another one. In part B, it says write the ratio of the longest side to the shortest side of a triangle with side lengths 9 centimeters, 14 centimeters, and 21 centimeters. So we'll have longest side up top and the shortest side on the bottom. Sometimes it helps just to write which goes where before getting into the numbers. So then I'm looking for my longest side. So my side lengths are 9, 14, and 21. So my longest would be 21 centimeters. Which one is my shortest side? It would be 9 centimeters. So my ratio is 21 to 9. I do need to write it as a simplified fraction. And I notice that 21 and 9 are both divisible by 3. So I'm going to go and do that. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And that would be my ratio. It would be 7 to 3. For those of you tempted to make it into a mixed number, do not do that. We're comparing two values, so we're doing 7 to 3. And so you want to leave it like that, okay? If you ever get to an integer for whatever reason, let's say that we got like 7 over 1, you would still write it with a number on top and a number on bottom. You would say 7 to 1, not just 7, okay? Last one I have here says a class as 16 female students and 10 male students. Write the ratio of female to male students. So I'm going to have female students in the numerator, male students in the denominator. So then how many female students were there? Looks like 16. And how many male students were there? Looks like there were 10 male students. And then I need to simplify it. So 16 and 10 are both divisible by 2, so I'll do that. 16 divided by 2 is 8, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my simplified ratio would be 8 to 5. Next one is using some data from a table to answer the following questions. So in our table I have different pets and how many of those pets are owned in the US. Alright, so first question says what is the ratio of dogs to cats owned in the US? So I want dogs over cats. Okay, so the number of dogs owned in the US would be 69,900,000 926,000. The number of cats that are owned in the US would be 74,059,000. And we do need to simplify it. So one of the easier simplifications I see right here is I could divide by 1,000 in the top and the bottom, which would get rid of our 3 zeros. So I could divide by 1,000 and divide by 1,000 to simplify. And let's see, 69,926 and 74,059. Let's see, neither of them are even numbers, so they're not going to be divisible by 2 or anything else even. How about 3? Let's see, we've got, this is not going to be divisible by 3 because of that 2 in there. So it's not going to add up to anything that's divisible by 3. That'd be 14, 18, and 25. So I think we're kind of done here. So our simplified answer would be 69,926 to 74,059. Okay? Let's see. Part B says, what's the ratio of birds to horses owned in the U.S.? Would you guys like to go ahead and try one? Great. So pause your video real quick. Let's see if you guys can get birds to horses as a ratio and simplify it if you can. And we will go over the answer here in 3, 2, 1. You should have birds on top, horses on the bottom. So birds would be 8,300,000. Horses are 4,856,000. You could divide both by 1,000. And get a simplified answer of 8,300 over 4,856. And let's see, from here you could actually simplify some more. So they're both divisible by 2. They're actually both divisible by 4. So we can simplify just a little bit more. So 8,300 divided by 4 would be 2,075. 4,856 divided by 4 would be 1,214. And I believe that's going to be all we can do. Okay. Alright, last one says a TV is regularly priced at $240. It's currently on sale for $180. What is the ratio of the decrease in price to the original price? So I want the decrease in price up top and the original price on the bottom. So the decrease in price is actually neither of these numbers. I'm going to need to subtract the numbers to see how much it decreased by. So you're actually doing 240 minus 180 to get that decrease. And that decrease would be $60. Okay. And then the original price, it started out as $240. Okay. So then I can simplify quite a bit. I can divide by 10 in the numerator and denominator, and I'll get 6 over 24. And then 6 and 24 are actually both divisible by 6, so I'll divide by 6 and divide by 6 to simplify. And that'll give me an answer of 1 over 4. So what's my ratio? It is 1 to 4. Okay, so this is 6-1. I hope you guys have a great day.